Welcome back to Russell and Dylan
Hates
Drama, where we have our guest today is Mr. Michael Wright.
Hey, that would be a good one to just like put this as the as the title of the video. It's like guest Felonious Falafel.
Bear nibble bound down, Mike and Dylan hate drama.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard the squeaking of it, and I was like, "Did he hit it?" And then I looked over, and I was like, "Oh, he fucking hit it."
Well, everybody likes it when I cut you off, so
There you go. That's the title for this video, and it's like special guest Felonious Falafel.
so we say Mike and Russell, or Dylan and Russell hate drama. Did I say Mike and Russell?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because it's Mike and Dylan, so
It was Mike.
fucked it all up.
Damn, I bet. It was Dylan and Russell hate Mike for a while.
start to an episode ever. Welcome to Mike and Russell hate drama.
Drama.
So I wanted to officially introduce Mr. Russell, and so I wrote you up a little bio. It is not a limerick. It is not a limerick. I'm not as fancy of a person as Mr. Russell, but from what Russell's told me, he kind of got his start in comedy before he ever started anything else. So he started doing stand-up while he was in high school, ended up doing it as a senior project. Did you start at 17?
Yeah, I was
17.
a junior in high school still. Yeah.
And then outside of that, he worked in and out of kitchens all throughout his working career in places such as the famed Richard Childress Vineyards, as well as doing everything from screen printing to being a gas station attendant. He did sales for one day, and then currently works doing video editing for us. So, Russell, what the hell did you do wrong to end up here today?
I don't fucking know, dude. That's why you were asking me what all I was doing. What all jobs did you have earlier?
Oh God!
I was
Like
doing my
if we
research.
started off with bios, especially from the time I was like 18 to 22, dude, it's just
I didn't put
temp
all
services.
of them.
It's hundreds of places.
Yeah, I didn't put all of
Oh
those
yeah, I
things
did.
in
I was
there.
a flower delivery guy for a few months. I worked at Firehouse. Did
Firehouse subs, then
Firehouse
not
subs.
a
Yeah, I wasn't a
firefighter.
fireman. I was just a sub slinger.
That would be some like interesting stories. It was like, yeah, I was a fireman for 3 months. It's like, what happened?
Oh, let me show you the bottom half of my body.
Yeah, let me show you the bottom half of my body.
No, I don't know what I did wrong to get here. I was literally smoking a cigarette outside, and you come by. We'd met once before at that production meeting, and you're like, Russell, right? And then we.
Oh, no. Like, the way we actually met Russell, though, was a guy here in town, Ryan. He made a film group that, and me and Mike missed the first one. I think I saw it the next day. I was like, oh, shit, we should have went to that. And then we started going to them. We went to, like, 3 of them or 4 of them. I went to a couple without Mike.
Yeah, I went to 2.
But then the one of the last times, because, you know, there wasn't a lot going on with it. They were working on a project, and so we weren't getting
Sleepy Hollow.
we weren't getting a lot of actors and crew and different things like that coming in. It was a very small group of people. And then one of the last times we were deciding to go, Russell was there, and he showed us some scripts, and so that was the first time we met. And then we kind of, I guess
that was the last time I went. Was when I met
That was my
Russell.
last one. 'Cause I almost didn't go that night, and I was seeing a girl at the time, and she's like, just go to one more, see if it's really what you want to do. And something was like, hey, you know what? If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna print some stuff off. Maybe I can get some people to read it. And then you were there, and I'm like, oh, here,
yeah, fuck me.
check these out. Well, you both were there, but I knew him from TikTok. So I'm
I knew
like,
him from the TikTok.
He is a fangirl, and
I was like, well, if I got, I got some comedy skits. Check these out. And then here we are.
Here we are.
then Mike threw them in the air and said, "These are dog shit."
So
It was the
Dylan-
one time he hasn't done that.
Oh, you cut off Mike. That doesn't
I fucking hate this. God.
Don't feel good, does it?
Yeah. But I think Dylan has a. Don't you have like an itinerary for the podcast?
Yeah, I mean, we're going through it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
We don't need to discuss the itinerary
We're
to
just
go through
gonna
the
use
episode.
my introduction.
Well, I'm saying like Dylan has like shout out to Dylan for fucking
preparation.
putting the episodes together. I do have a Crystal with the blue hair advice for later on if that fits in. So
Yeah, we'll still do an advice segment.
So yeah, I mean, and then Russell started hanging around, and he was like, I edit videos sometimes, and we was like, oh man, fuck, you want to edit videos for, well, Two Daddies Judging Baddies at first, and then, technically, I was like, man, that's a really good idea, and then we started doing it. I was like, oh fuck, this is a bad idea, but then it actually turned out to be a good idea. So
It was hilarious though because he started doing those, and then I don't know what wisdom he had in his head. He's like, you know what? I'm going to tell my boss that I'm only going to work 4 days a week instead of 5. And I was like, Russell, no.
Have you ever worked a job before, brother? They don't.
And we don't have money like that, so we can't just like bring you
that
on.
it was a total of 4 of us there, and one of them did that already. Took a day off every week.
ASMR burp over there.
Another one was always taking time off for his kids. So I was like, oh, everyone else is doing this. It won't be an issue if I do it.
Fuck, there won't.
And then I got paid late and texted him. We were all out. We were shooting that little knife thing we'd written.
Yeah. And then we were on our way to eat Mexican. And then we're like, where the fuck is Russell?
And I was on my way there, and I checked my phone right before I got in my car, and because I texted him that morning. I was like, hey, I didn't get paid yesterday. I was just trying to see what's going on. And he's like, you'll get it Monday. And I'm like, well, why? Like, what's happening? Well, you can just come get it Monday, and then we'll just part ways. And so when I showed up to lunch, you guys are like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I think you said something about, because I've been editing the videos, but we haven't been paid yet. And we're like, well, I guess we better buy Russell dinner since we ain't paid for him. Then I made a comment. I was like, I might need that a little sooner than later, buddy. And Mike immediately was like, all right. You got like 4 different TikTok ideas. Like, we're going to get Russell some money.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's like, you got to figure out what to do. I mean, you can't just sit there and be like, oh, God, this is the worst thing ever. And I was like, oh, we could do this. And I think it was so crazy, too, because it was like the next day.
That shit popped off.
Yeah, that shit started popping off, and it's been popping off ever since. So, thank God.
I'm glad to be a
I think
part
those
of all
TikTok
this.
ideas were dumb.
Just think if we could put those extra $5 in our pocket that we're paying Russell.
Yeah.
He got bumped up to $5 an hour now?
No, $5 a week.
Oh, I was about to say,
We
we are
ain't got
not
$5
rich.
an hour money.
We're not.
He'll get to $5 a day, and then we'll work on the $5 an hour in the future.
Which is crazy because some of these like big YouTubers and shit like that, they'll have like apprentices like doing their. I'm like, how you finding free people? I couldn't do it though.
They're finding kids, not adults with houses and responsibilities and car
if I was
payments.
21, I'd probably come in like, you ain't even got to pay me. I'll do this for free. But I'm 34, dude. I need a little bit of money to live.
I think the funniest thing too is Dylan had an apprentice, and then we got him for his company, and then we got him to edit a couple videos, and we was like, oh, he's doing good. How much would you want an hour? What do you say, like 50?
Yeah, well, because we weren't paying by the hour, we were paying by the video, which we did with Russell. So like the better you get, the more money you make because you're editing them faster.
Well, they're also TikToks. They're not full-length YouTube videos.
Yeah, but like the more you get done, the more you get paid. And we're like, so how much do you want like per video? And he's like, does $50 sound fair? And I was like, how many did you make in a day? And he's like, 10. I was like, nah.
We're not making that much off the videos.
And so he never ended up. I paid him for jobs that he came and worked on with me while he was apprenticing, but like the extra shit he was doing around here was not paid.
Well, that's the thing is like, I was getting paid per video, and technically my per video rate was bigger than what my hourly rate is here. But you got to think about, what do you want to do with your life?
Yeah.
Do I want to sit here and freelance, edit videos in my house all day, or would I rather come in here and work, and then the 3 of us grow this into something big? Because I'm much happier doing this than just sitting at home editing videos all day long.
Yeah.
You need to slow your roll there, bud. The 3 of us grow it. It's like, imagine we fucking been busting our ass. We went through years, no money, almost losing homes, going through the trenches, and then Russell's just like, yeah, it was us 3 that did it. I came in, everything changed.
I mean, you just said when I got here, all the views increased.
No, from the project that I had you doing. Also, too, like I was the one that got that to pop off at first, and I was like, maybe there's something there. And then Dylan was like, well, just edit those videos up. And I was like, I'm going to do it because there is. And I got through like 7 of them. And I was like, I can't do this and also do other things. And
Well, no, I'm not taking away. I mean, I'm just saying I want to add to what you guys are doing.
I'm fucking with you. You're very amazing, though.
I appreciate it.
You're
Thank
very
you.
amazing. Especially for shit that we want to do. Like, yeah, I mean, 2DJB, you do the stuff so people can actually fucking find that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is the stuff outside of that. Your value is in like the filmmaking and stuff like that. So
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I think I said it during the episode we did the
48 hour.
48 hour about how good your fucking dialogue was. And I was looking at that dialogue and I was like, if we had 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we would your dialogue. Because it just built it up so quick that within a minute you knew exactly what was going on.
And that's what I loved about doing that, though, is because I was able to, I gave you this piece of dialogue and it was acknowledged, like, this is great, but it just doesn't work for what we're doing time constraint wise. And then you came in, I think I was talking to Dylan about this yesterday, but you came in and rewrote it to, because, like, you talk a lot about, like, oh, my mind works for features. I can't do shorts. But then you made it better as a short than as if it was long. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think I just got lucky by cutting that one piece out.
Well, I think the thing that, and this is me and Russell were talking yesterday while we were working. The big thing is like you like provide bones, and then the creativity that everybody else brings then can massage it into a different product. And like you tried to write the short, and so you were kind of limiting yourself. Russell wrote the long, but it had the great bones in there that you could be like, ooh, we'll just take this section out and we'll use that. And that creativity of like actually vibing off of each other creates a better product, because it's, had he not wrote the whole like paragraph of it, none of us would have thought just like, ooh, we just need this line. But once it's all sitting there, you're like, ooh, we can just take that, put it in this puzzle here, and now this whole thing is substantially better because of the direction that he was going, but we can't use the whole thing.
We just need to get together this weekend so we can write a good 15-minute piece that we can shoot in a couple weeks.
Thanks. I just saw a thing on Facebook for a 15-minute short film competition, but the submission is Sunday, so I don't think we're gonna.
There's a lot of, because I get a ton of ads. It's like, finish in your great script competition, and it's just like that's not a script competition. People are like, oh yeah, where do I'm gonna send in my scripts, and I'm like, wow, you better hope you have those trademark, buddy, copywritten.
Yeah, because script writing competitions are great for your confidence as a script writer, because you can enter in, and if you win or you get high honors, you're like, oh, like I'm on the right path. But unless you're the one or two super lucky people, those competitions can, I think, come back and be more harmful than good as far as your extended career goes.
Right. I don't know. I think I want to write that one feature. We need to do that about the one I told you about the other day.
The
true crime one.
Yeah.
That one's really good. That one's pretty far off in the future, so I think we need to really focus on get together and be like, what would be a fucking funny concept for 15 minutes and just have it fucking slap dick within our means too, because that's another good thing too, is, you know, because we are limited by what we can do. We can't make a Space Odyssey 15-minute.
No, but we can make something funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, I think we should get together and fucking bang out a fucking busting ass script, and then we get it together and fucking do it.
I mean, we can do a Space Odyssey. It's just, it's all green screen. Like, that's part of the thing, is a lot of that stuff is available to us. We just have to decide that it's worth the juice is worth the squeeze, because we can do, I mean, especially with the advancements of what you can do in visual effects, like a lot of that stuff is possible, and it doesn't have to be Interstellar. It doesn't have to be the best of the best. If the concept's there, the writing's there, like, and it's got the good bones, people will be like, oh, well, you know, the control board wasn't what it should be, but we can pull off a fake control board.
Fuck, they gonna know what a control board is. I told you about my daughter liking the Band of Brothers, so I looked up to see how accurate it was. And there was one thing that made historians mad, is there was some kind of Jägerhausen or fucking some kind of German tank that was there, and they was like, that didn't show up until later in the Battle of Normandy.
Shut up.
And I'm like, it's a 2-month span. And that's what I hate about historians, because they're fat fucks who were not out there, who did not go out there at all, didn't even care to fucking fight in the. It's like those. It's like in sports, where and this just goes to show you how much men like drama too. No big analyst in sports really played the game. Like when you're talking about the biggest of the biggest analysts, sans Pat McAfee now.
He's an exception,
right? And it just sucks so bad that, you know, it's like you get told all this, like, wow, you know, that wasn't there. And then you can have a World War II soldier be like, yeah, it was. He's like, no, I'm a historian. He's like, bitch, I was out there.
Yeah.
And that's what it feels like. It feels like the analysts should be guys that were out there.
But even still, like, the whole thing is it's not about it being period accurate for every fucking detail. It's about, is the story good? Is the fucking acting good? Is the concept of it good? Not, oh, that thing didn't show up till 3 months after the fight. Who the fuck cares? Like, you're the only person that actually cares. It's like when Neil deGrasse Tyson picks apart science movies. And that's really for his audience, not necessarily for the mass people. But like when he picks apart something, like, you know, Steven Spielberg using the wrong sky or something like that. Like, it's
It was
cool
James
for
Cameron.
or James Cameron, but whoever. He picks apart all the movies and tells like how scientifically accurate it is. If you're judging that movie based upon whether the sky was right or not, you missed the whole fucking thing, because that was a fantastic fucking movie. Like the Titanic, that one was fantastic all the way through. You're making a big deal about the sky, which fits Neil deGrasse Tyson's audience, but like the general people, why the fuck? It doesn't matter.
I mean, I kind of fuck with his take though, because if you think about how much that movie cost and then how much Ted cost, and Ted got the night sky right.
Yeah, but it's also, you know, what, 15 years in the future.
Yeah, and also too, you just got a lot less to worry about with Ted. There's no big CGI shit happening and all these 50,000 things you got to worry about. Sky's like very far, because no one's gonna, you know, sit in the theater and be like, that fucking sky's wrong.
I would never be able to tell.
The whole audience walks in, I can't tell the sky's wrong.
And I think when Ted came out, that was after DeGrasse had already pointed that out.
No, he used Ted as an example.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He used, because he said Ted got it right. The fucking teddy bear.
Well, he's talked about it a bunch, so he might have pointed out the Titanic thing earlier, and then eventually.
Now, they
made
did get a
another piece
couple
of-
big things wrong. For one, there's a guy that dies in episode 3. That's not a big spoiler. A bunch of people fucking die. But his name was something Blight, and he got shot in the neck.
What is this in?
Band of
Band of
Brothers.
Brothers. Oh, Band of Brothers, okay.
He switches around without telling you where he's
Yeah,
going.
yeah. You just got to fucking hold on and just ride with me.
We're
It's a-
back
it's
to
a-
like three topics ago.
Yeah,
back
I
in
mean,
it.
but we were talking about the inconsistencies. But they were like, yeah, he died in the movie. Because I just looked up inconsistencies. I want to see how accurate it was. He did not die. He made a full recovery and then was like a fucking war hero in other battles and then fought in the Korean War. But if you watch that, he was like, oh, well, he died right there.
Yeah.
And there was another guy too where it shows him like cowarding out of a battle and his men die. And it was like, that didn't happen. It happened because he got fucking shot and he was getting sick from it. So he had to leave. And then he also went and fought in the Korean War. But if you just watch Band of Brothers, you'd be like, that guy's a pussy. The biggest thing they did get wrong, though, is Hitler's death day. And that's like the biggest thing.
Well, they were Tarantino in it. They were reimagining Hitler's death.
No, they weren't. It's not Tarantino. It's like,
I know.
oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's their excuse. Is like, we're just playing fast and
It's
loose
just-
with these details.
Yeah, I think of everything, though. That's the one you kind of got to get right.
If you're doing a World War II movie,
Yeah,
kind of.
you got to get that.
Well,
that
Hitler
day
never
right.
died, anyways. He moved to Costa Rica and he just lived
I
his
kind of
life
fuck
out
with
there.
that. I fuck with that, though.
I mean, it could have happened. There was a fuck ton of the Germans that ended up down there.
I fuck with that because I just don't think that. I think he had pull. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would not have went to war if it wasn't for Pearl Harbor and Japan. You know what I'm saying? And you know, with all the fucking broker deals and trades and stuff like that, and how politicians are with fucking other leaders and shit, I guarantee you they were like, well, just go on down to Costa Rica, and you ain't got to take part in any of these trials and shit.
Well, it's all circus, anyways. Like, because there's conspiracies that Pearl Harbor wasn't even like legitimate, the way that it went down. Like,
Really?
Well, the fact that like there was no defenses.
Because you
put
can
up
ask
and-
Ben Affleck if it went down like that. He'll tell you, dude. I haven't looked into that conspiracy.
It was a love triangle that then sent us off to war. That's what Pearl Harbor was, right?
Well, they said that like basically. Oh, I don't know.
Is the
I've,
movie?
I've
you
never
ever seen
watched
the movie?
it. No, I've seen Team America make fun of the movie. I've never
movie's-
seen the movie.
Terrible, dude.
I love that fucking movie.
Really?
It's a good movie, yeah.
I mean, the Pearl Harbor scene is great.
Didn't you
Like,
say you like The Notebook?
Yeah.
You would love Pearl Harbor. I thought it might be because it's fucking 3 hours long.
It's a 3-hour movie that is a love story that has a 20-minute, oh my God, they're attacking Pearl Harbor. This is awesome. And then you're like right back to the.
Yeah, when I first watched the movie, I watched it with Amy, and I was like, oh, Pearl Harbor, fuck yeah. And I was like, it was one of those situations where I was like, maybe it's the name, because when are these planes coming? Like, when is it going to happen? And then it does happen. And then it's just like, well, old dude dies. So they fucking start forming a connection. Come to find out he didn't die. So I'm just like, what the?
Love triangle. Yeah, do you remember from Team America though when they were making fun of it?
No, I've not watched Team America.
You've never seen Team America? Jesus Christ,
That's our next movie day.
I've seen like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, not for me.
dude, it's so fantastic. But
Gotta
it's
get into
another one of those things of like you don't have to do like it was absolutely excellent if you suspend belief and just watch some puppets do some crazy shit. It was a hilarious movie.
Not seen it. I probably should see it, but
There were so many good jokes in there. The funniest thing was the sex scene though, because like
that's the problem with it though. Is like now it's really hard to see it.
Nah, it's still amazing
because I have to wait till all the kids go to bed and.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But no, it's funny because the main guy and the girl, she's like, she tells about how she was in love with this guy and then he died, and so she could never love anybody again. And she's like, you'd have to promise me you could never die. He's like, I can't do that. She's like, if you did that, I'd have sex with you right now. And he just turns around. He's like, I promise I will never die. And then they just go straight to fucking. But it's like the most insane fucking too, because like these puppets are like shitting on each other and like it's insane.
I mean, it's the South Park guys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I just, like I said, I saw 10 minutes of it and I was just like.
Well, it's funny because every time they go into a city and like they're like stopping the terrorists, they just blow the fuck up out of the city in the process of trying to take out this terrorist that was going to take out one building. They're like, don't worry, y'all, you're safe now. And like the whole city's in ruins. But the terrorist was just going to blow up one building.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, because like
so they saved that one building. Are you spoiling the movie for me?
I'm telling you the microcosm that it plays on like America's like saving places. Like they go in and bomb the shit out of the place. Everything's flattened. Everybody's homeless. Everything's terrible. But they stop the terrorists.
They walk away. Oh, we did a good job on this one.
Well done, yeah.
And then the music that they like, those guys are some of the best at making like bomb ass songs for their movies.
America, fuck yeah.
But then there's the sad version.
Well,
don't you do it, Catman.
I went and saw
Don't do it, fat ass.
Book of Mormon last year.
I don't even know why you tried to talk during that.
I don't know either.
Everybody knows how that goes.
My dad, one of the first CDs he took away from me was South Park Chef Aid.
Oh, my cousin had that, and we would sneak and listen to it.
Yeah, I got Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights taken away from me. And I couldn't watch Andy Milonakis no more.
Weren't you like acting like him outside of like?
Oh fuck yeah! I'd go out in public and we would be standing in line, and a lady would walk by, and be like, "Nice hair, can I have it?" And he just like looks at me, he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then I wasn't allowed to watch Yo Mama no more because I was killing people on the bus too, fucking with Yo Mama jokes and shit. Oh my god! But yeah, I got banned from all that, and then Wildin' Out.
And those are the makings of a TikTok star right there.
I like because I would just go out and I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my brother used to do this. I'm not going to tell that story.
Yeah, go ahead and tell it.
You've already started it now. You
gotta. So you gotta think at the time. This is a different time, okay? Because
maybe you shouldn't tell it.
It was a different time. I was around like 10 years old, but we would go up to like Sharky's and stuff. I'm telling y'all like y'all are from High Point, but you know where DJ's Cart and stuff was? There's like a little bar down there. We would go there, and then they had just built the Walmart and everything.
Yeah.
Right there. So we would go up there, and then I would act severely mentally handicapped and tell people I lost my nickel and have they seen it to see if they would then
give you a nickel?
Give me a nickel. Yeah. And
what's the most money you ever
people
cleared?
would give me but we wouldn't take it though, because I couldn't do all that. Because the first time I did it at school, and we're sitting at like a pep rally, and this guy's just being a dick, and he's like, "What are you fucking watching, fat ass?" And I'm like, "I'm just watching the game and the basketball players," and he's like, "Oh fuck," because I was like, I was like, how do I make him feel bad about talking shit about me? And then I'm playing with a quarter, and I drop it, and I'm like, oh no, my nickel, it fell between the fucking thing. And I told my brother about it, and he was like, oh god, I want to see you do it. So we fucking went out there and fucking did it. We might have kept the money. We might have been out there
I think you would.
My brother might have took me out there panhandling, but I'm out there for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out there fucking trying to get money from people. Like it's not like my brother might have had me do that just so he could get a bunch of fucking change though.
That's a solid
Sounds about
strategy.
right.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, we got banned from fucking doing that shit. And what's so funny too is like the Walmart employees, man, if you're out there fucking doing anything like that, they'll kick you out. Not me.
No.
Not me.
Why not?
Because I was giving the performance of a lifetime.
They believed it.
Fuck yeah, they did. I was, man. It was fucked up, yes, but once again, I was.
You're a kid. Kids do stupid shit. Like, you're not a fully developed, like, can be responsible for your actions. Like, yes,
I mean, if you had done it last week, then we'd be
Yes.
like, all right, Mike,
Yeah, no.
chill the fuck out.
it was the week before last that he did.
well, that's-
Well, a big problem too is like when my dad would sporadically come by, they would have me do stuff like that and like laugh and stuff. So I was like, oh, they like this stuff, and this, this is what gets me liked. So when he was like, man, I want to see you, he might not have kept the money. We might have gave it back.
You guys
Because
probably kept
he
the
would
money.
literally, like, we would just go out in public and he'd be like, go do it to that lady right there. And I'd just walk up and be like, oh, nice hair. Can I have it? Just a sniff. And then I'm just like, "Nah," after her. And like, just the goofiest shit you could fucking think of. Yeah. The goofiest shit.
Back before people would shoot a kid for.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm just a fucking fat little kid. I guarantee you I was less than 10. I got to see what time. Because it's going to be funny if I look up Andy Milonakis and then it's like, this came out in 2010.
He was 17 years old.
Nah, it's definitely not. I was definitely super, super fucking young.
I never got to watch that one. I knew the theme song, but that was about it.
Because that you're how old are you, Dylan? You're
I'm 39.
39, so yeah. I mean, that's a 5-year difference of me and then Mike. You're what, 31,
33.
33. So yeah, that 6 years doesn't make any difference when we're adults, but when you're a kid, it makes all. Because I mean, we grew up on different cartoons, different shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we were talking
not
about
a
that.
Pokemon guy.
See,
So yeah, I
Pokemon
was 12 years old when it came out. So I was 12.
Yeah, you were a perfect demographic to.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And he had me by the balls doing that shit. Like,
And that was prime jackass period too. So everything that we were taking in was just let's be fucking
Yeah,
idiots.
that was more me at that time. Was because CKY 2K came out, and so about that time I was 13 when Jackass and all that stuff. So I was already like switched into that gear, and then that came out. And when you said
2005.
yeah, so I was graduating high school at that time.
So another funny thing that we used to do is we would go to and I swear to God, dude, I did YouTube pranks before fucking people did YouTube pranks. And I'm so glad I didn't get into that because I'd be a vastly different adult now.
You didn't film them.
No, we didn't film them.
Yeah.
Because cameras back then were fucking expensive.
Well, my parents had one of those 8 like little tiny tapes, the 8mm camcorders, and so I showed Russell my senior project from 2005 where I edited it by VCR to VCR or thing to VCR and then VCR to VCR to put music on it. Like it was, I had friends that had digital cameras that were editing on computers. I was like, man, I want to do that. But you're talking thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And you're talking about thousands of dollars, 2004, 2005 money, which is, crazy money now.
Right.
And so all my stuff was just super analog.
Yeah, we didn't get to dream about having technology like that. I think around like 2006 was when my mom first got a computer, and it was like a real old computer. And I thought computers were so fucking corny because we never had internet.
Oh yeah, a computer's worthless. without
Yeah, I
internet.
never had internet. I was like, well, it's like a worse version of a PlayStation. And then people would be like, yeah, I play online with friends. I was like, on what? And he'd be like, the PlayStation. I'm like, that doesn't do that, you fucking liar. You can't play with other people from where? From where? I played against a Japanese kid. How? Through the power of magic is just lining up. Bro, I did not understand internet at all. But another thing we used to do is we would go to, do you know where the Cookout is on South Main? Mm-hmm. You know the apartment buildings behind the Cookout in South Main? Mm-hmm. We would go down there because they had these long ass hallways, and it'd be like door, 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 door. So we would run down, beat on the door all the way down, and then act like we was coming out of, like,
One or
because
the other.
multiple people would come out, and we would just point at one person, be like, why the fuck you beating on everybody's doors, man? Was that you beating on my door? And then that person was like, I wasn't. And then everybody would look at that guy and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Bro, that worked like 2 times out of 100.
I bet.
Yeah, because a bunch of the times just one person would come out, and then, we'd just have to fucking, but there, on the rare fucking moments, 2 doors would open at the same time, and we would act like we were fucking coming out of a door, like, who's fucking beating on the door? We were fucking goofballs, dude.
You remember coning? Did you ever do that?
No.
It was where you'd order an ice cream cone from a drive-thru, and then when they hand it to you, you grab it by the ice cream.
No, I'm not doing that.
And then you pull it. So that was, I think it was probably 2009 or 10. I worked at McDonald's. I think it was 2010. And I was the drive-thru. A guy came through and did it to me. And he grabbed the ice cream. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And when they pulled up, his smartphones had just come out. So his girlfriend's in the passenger seat, and she's like holding her phone. I'm like, they're planning something. So she did it to me, and I was like, oh, that was funny. So I told my cousin about it, who we worked together at the same McDonald's, and he's like, what? That's crazy. And then about a week later, he called me. He's like, dude, somebody did it to me today. I got coned. Let's go do it to everybody else. We coned every possible drive-thru in Lexington that sold ice cream cones. Like Char's, all the Burger Kings, all the McDonald's. And the best one was we went to the Burger King over there on Martin Luther King, like on this side of town. And we grabbed my cousin driving, he just like made a smack when he grabbed the ice cream and it splattered.
Oh no.
And the girl went, oh shit, look how you holding it.
Yeah, I've seen people grab the ice cream cone and like put it on their forehead like a unicorn and shit. And at that point, I was a father. Like, I ain't trying to do all that stuff.
But stuff like that's fine. Like, as long as you're not, because then people do the ones where they take the drink or the ice cream and they throw it back in the window. Like, that's fucked up.
That's assault. Yeah. That's. I'm not gonna do anything that fucking hurts somebody.
Well, and then those guys that would go out and like start fights, like I can't remember what the toy was that they'd have, but they'd basically be like, "Do you want to see my something?" And then like they'd get these guys super pissed off. And then they would continue to talk shit back and forth. And then some of them just get knocked the fuck out. And I'm like, why? Why? For internet views? Like, literally, you're going to get a concussion for internet views.
Yeah. Dude, there's this one where it's like in the hood, like, white dudes trying to do pranks in the hood.
Yeah.
And, one of the things in the hood, if you tell somebody or any type of place, you're like, you from around here? That, people kind of buck up. So they're asking people directions that way. They're going, you from around here? And as soon as they ask this dude, he just pulls a gun out and starts shooting. And then the camera guy's hiding in the bushes, and he comes running out, going, "No, it's a prank! It's a prank! We're a YouTube prank! It's a YouTube prank!" And the shooter goes, "Oh, it's on YouTube? Check me out!" And he shouts out his rap handle, and I looked it up, and he's an actual guy that has a rap YouTube and everything.
Sounds staged.
Obviously, he missed everybody.
Yeah, he missed.
It does sound staged though.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I had a ex that had a daughter. She was like 4 when we got together. We dated for a couple years. And I used to try to teach her like positive mischief. So it's like kind of like the ice cream prank, It's like you're not hurting nobody. So we would go to like Walmart and where they used to have the laptops and they were connected to the internet. And I would put up like dueling banjos, stuff like that. And then the first time I did it, she goes running away. And I was like, no. You have to walk. Don't run. If you run, you're going to bring attention to ourselves.
Then everybody knows it was you. Yeah.
Yeah. So then a few months later, we're doing something and she goes, "Can we go to Best Buy and put stuff on the laptops?" She's like 6 years old. I was like, "Sure." So we go and she has to get me to type it. So we type in funny cat videos. I hit play and she looks up at me and she goes, "Walk, don't run." I'm like,
she's the OG now.
Yeah, the student becomes the teacher.
Don't cite the deep magic to me, witch.
That is one of the funniest pranks though that I like is the guy that goes in. He's like, "Yeah, I lost my sister," and he says the funny names. Those are so good because like while they're saying it, they're like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, I like the one where the guy just puts the gallon of milk on the car, and they're like, "Hey, buddy, got a gallon of milk on the car? Got a gallon of milk?" And he'd be like, "Gallon of milk." They'll say that, and I'm like, "Buddy, you got a gallon of milk on your car?" But he's like just rage baiting people out in real life.
Well, and that's the crazy
or
thing.
engagement farming in real life.
They like people have taken the pranks to like not healthy levels. Like they're not pranks anymore. It's like violence and inflicting harm on people. But like then there's literally just put a fucking
don't hurt anybody, nothing like that. Hilarious. Yeah. I love it when one of the prank YouTubers gets shot or something though. That man puts a little smile on my face. Like
justice.
Yeah, it's like well he came out of a restaurant and pulled a knife on a family and the father shot him to death and I'm just like, yeah, nice. All right. This is how this is how humans are supposed to like react. But yeah, doing that shit. I mean, there was a bunch of shit that we did when we were kids that like I could have got killed. I think I told it on MADHD, one of the earlier episodes, when we went to that old guy's house and he had my brother mow the lawn for him. And man, he kept saying some creepy shit to me. So he gets up and my brother fucking had noticed that his wallet was there. Yeah. So I'm just like sitting there and I'm like talking to him. I'm like, "You're pretty cool, old man." Like we knew what was going on.
Yeah.
We grew up with a fucking papa that was like that. So he was like, "Yeah, you're pretty handsome, brother." I'm like 8 or 9 doing this, dude. And My brother just takes his wallet, takes the money out of his wallet, left his wallet, and then we just bounced out. Because we were just walking. He was
Did
like,
you finish mowing the lawn?
yeah, but we did it after he mowed the lawn. But we're walking. He's just like, hey, how would you like to mow my lawn? To my brother. And he's like, I ain't got a lawnmower. He's like, I got one. And then like he's out there doing it, and he was like, yeah, you can just take your shirt off and mow the lawn. And my brother looked at me, he was like, take your shirt off. Like, oh shit.
You're getting sweaty. You want to come inside for some lemonade?
No, he didn't want to come inside. He wanted to sit on this porch, like this little swing thing, side by side, and just watch. God, we were terrible. We were like, Kid Michael was especially just a fucking. And then I used to do so good in school, and I was like this good kid and all this stuff. And I think it is my brothers were always bad because it was right up until like fourth grade. My brothers were always bad, and I was always good, and nobody gave a fuck about my existence. So I guess like the need for attention and shit like that. And I was like, I want to be like the cool kid, and I want to make everybody laugh and shit like that. So I just started being a clown, and I could be a clown way better than everybody else could because like people would be like, I'm too scared to do that. I'm not. I'll do it. Fucking as long as it wasn't, I would not eat a thing. That's disgusting. We did have a friend, Scott, bro. We would make him drink stuff out of like my brother Robert's shoes, and he never wore socks or anything. Like we had him do all sorts of stuff, and it was terrible.
And you got to think he was just you. He's like trying to get that attention. He's just
no. At this point, we were
like
16, 17, and they're older than me, so they were all adults at this point, and we still did that. Like we were walking down the road, and we got him to jump out in front of a car and go, "Maka, maka," like just being stupid. And he does that, and the whole car lights up. Yeah, and I'm talking about, he got out, he's like fucking screaming at him. He's like, I'm gonna take you in right fucking, I just got off too, I'm gonna take you fucking in. And like fucking puts his hands behind his back, cuffs him and everything like that, brings him over to the car and just lets him go. Like after screaming
just
at him.
Scare the shit out of him.
Yeah, he was like, because he just got off. He didn't want to deal with that shit. But oh my God. If I thought he was about to whoop his ass right there. And then when we did the whole church sign, because we changed that one at my grandma's house, where we put God says touch my wiener, and we took off, and the lady's like following us in a car, and he stops, and I'm like, dude, don't stop, we're going through the woods. You know where cars can't go through? The woods. But nope, he stopped, went back and changed it. Then the fucking church van pulls up, the pastor and the kids pull up, and the pastor's like being super nice to him and shit, and it was like, well, I'm really glad you came back and fucking
fixed it.
So he's telling us that story, and we're just like, fucking dork, nerd. What'd you think we were going to be like, oh, God, wow, what a beautiful story. No, you're a dork, and you could have got us in trouble.
Yeah, we had that one time where we were there was like a used car lot, and they had one of those. And that's crazy that, like, that is the fun that kids, like, because it's really a harmless prank. Like, nobody is getting hurt by you switching the words on a sign. But we did that on the used car sign. And I think it stayed there for like 2 days before people actually changed the letters back because nobody paid attention. It's like one of those things that you just drive by. Like nobody pays attention to the sign and what the words say.
Right.
And so we did it one night, and it literally lasted for like 2 days. I can't remember what we put on it, but it's funny that kids' form of entertainment now is just on the phone, but they're not going out at like 15, 16 years old doing harmless pranks of, being out at night and changing the words on a sign, which I guess probably most of those don't exist that much anymore.
I mean, most harmful thing we ever did was when I did the in-home delivery when I was like 16, and I'm not going to be too specific about where this happened because I don't know what the fucking statute of limitations are. I don't even know if anybody ever got in trouble for it, but this was like one of the things I've done that the news covers, and when the news covers, you're like, oh, fuck, like I might have fucked up. So we get back, and I'm like, hey, when are you going to pay me? He's like, well, I'm going to give you half right now, but then the next half, I'll give you the full amount if you do something for me. And he was just like, there was another company up the road that had fucked him over. So he was like, if you could just go up there and like do some shit, I don't care what you do, I'll give you the full amount of money.
You were a henchman.
Yeah, I mean, but I was like, I need money, so whatever. So I go up there, and I mean, they have so many trucks out there, and there was not a side of a truck that did not have a dick on it.
With what? What'd you draw? Just Sharpies or?
No, spray paint.
Spray paint.
Yeah. So there was not a side of a truck that did not have a dick on it. So we have Scott out there with us, and I'm sitting there like spray painting dicks, having a good old time, and I hear, no, we had him and Turtle out there. So I turned back, and Turtle's drunk ass had threw a big ass boulder through the windshield.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And I'm like, I guess because I'm a dumbass, I'm just like, this probably is not that bad, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the end of the world. So we leave. It was definitely Turtle, because I'm almost sure that I've actually told this story, because when we left, he stuck the paint cans in the fucking, like, you know how what is that called? A drain ditch?
Yeah.
Just stuck the book bag in the paint cans right there. All of our fingerprints, everything on it. And what's so goddamn funny is because my favorite color is purple, and I was like doing the purple all around it. And because they came and talked to him, because they were like, obviously it's this guy who has problems with them. But when they came to him, and I knew he was not lying, because they were like the purple spray can, because he was like, I'm gonna get you. That's what the SBI guy told him, the State Bureau of Investigation guy was like, I'm gonna get you because you got a big old purple thumbprint right there on it. And I remember doing it, and it was leaking on my thumb.
And so you just wiped it?
Yeah, no, I'm just like fucking, like wiping it, but it just right there, it has a perfect like fucking thumbprint right there, my thumbprint.
Well, and you got fingerprinted later on in life. I guess they're not going back cold case.
Yeah,
for
they're not
dicks on
cold case, the fucking
Vandalism
Watch
charge.
now.
dick trucker.
Now they're just running it through the system, like cross-referencing with AI and everything. And like, why is Mike no longer on the podcast? Well, he got nails burned like 20 years ago.
We finally caught him. The fucked up part would be like if they're like looking at all the trucks, and then there was like a dead body on one of them. And they're like, whoever spray painted these killed this guy. So we got the thumbprint.
We got our next movie right there.
The dick paint killer.
Yeah, we spray painted a lot of dicks on places, but it wouldn't be like too obvious. We were walking back. We always had a walk everywhere. And there's a company on Uari Road in High Point that if you walk through their grass, they would literally come outside, non-mowed grass, not taken care of.
Get off our lawn.
Just 100% being a dick. It was a company too. But they would come out and they'd be like, don't walk on that. Walk around. And then this girl would do this big fucking motion. And as we're walking, we're like, yeah, we're going to spray paint some dicks on her door. We're going to do that, dude. If you slighted us at that point, because they would be like, they would call it tagging. And I'm like, nah, dude, we're spray painting dicks. Like, we're not.
Oh, yeah, you guys are graffiti artists.
Yeah, we're not fucking, like, master. They would try to do stuff. It would look corny as shit. And just, my favorite was the sideways dick and balls, because it looked real good upward. Instead of this,
Yeah.
So I would do the bam, and it looked nice. And that's all you had to really do to get somebody, was do that.
Yeah, graffiti's tough to get off too. You can't just.
Oh, I could take you, where my grandma lives.
Mm-hmm.
There's that building that's right next to it. I could take you back there and just show you 900 things we fucking we would spray paint everything back there. And the funniest part is not a lot of people work there. And we didn't know if they were like closed down, if some people were just like maintaining the building and shit like that. But then one day, because we would always take that route to get to our house. We're going back there, and there's like 40 cars, and there's a guy out there for breaking stuff. He was like, yeah, it looked real bleak there for a minute, but everybody's back and shit like that. I wonder who's painting all these dicks and shit around here.
See, all my graffiti was with a knife and trees, because like where I grew up, it was just we'd go out and play out in the woods. And there's this one tree that I know we carved the fuck out of it. But it's, when you're a kid, you can get away with trespassing a lot easier. And so like when I went up there, I'm like, I really would like to go back and see like what all those carvings look like. But I'm not willing to chance walking across a field to get back to the woods to where the tree's at.
I miss times like that. I went to my grandma's house maybe like a year or two ago, and then I was like, I'm gonna go walk that just for like nostalgia, because I had walked that route pretty much since I was 9 or 10. So there was a hill that we would always go down. It was a shortcut. You could go down the road. Eventually, we just started going down the road because we lived in a different. We didn't live in the same house, but we would go down this one hill and cut behind a building to get home. And I was like, I'm gonna walk that route, like I was walking to my old house. and I got to it, and I was like, what the fuck? It's just wilderness. There's no path anymore. It's all grown over, thorns and shit like that. I was like, well, no nostalgia today.
That's because the kids are playing on their phones. They're not wearing those same paths through the woods.
Well, I showed you the path out there in Wahlberg where
Yeah.
I'm living, and like where I showed you at. You used to could just walk straight back through. There's a creek, all kinds of stuff, and now you'd have to get out there with a machete just to get out there.
You need kids, little troublesome kids trying to get away from adults,
Right.
do some crazy shit.
Which my other grandma, she used to live here in Lexington, and there's like a creek, and you know where the road drops down, Drain Creek, and go in there. And me and my cousin would always play in there, and you can go back in, and it forked off, and there were woods and stuff. So we've been playing in there since we were like little kids. And then I was about 20, 21 maybe, and my same cousin and then a buddy of mine, they lived in an apartment that was like a block over. So we were potheads back in the day, and we ran out of weed, so we were like, well, I guess we'll just go outside. So we went outside, and I was taking him through and showing him all the same paths and going through the creek. We saw a bunch of turkeys. It's like right outside of downtown. So we're coming back down the street, and I'm not going to say names, but y'all know, when I say old boy in Point, y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So old boy pulls into his driveway. We never met, and he gets out, and he goes, I know you. Don't you do stand-up in town? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And we get talking. We talk for maybe 2 minutes, and he does that over the shoulder, like, you guys smoke bud? We're like, fuck yeah, we smoke bud. And so we go in the house. As soon as we walk in the door, his girlfriend loses it. She's like, God, I'm tired of you always bringing crackheads off the street, like every fucking day. And
In her defense.
Yeah.
in her defense. And then he brings us back into the room where all his weed is, and he's pulling drawers open, and we're like, this motherfucker, he's gonna get arrested, or not arrested, he's gonna get robbed,
Right.
Because we don't know him from anybody. And then I started, you know, statute of limitations. I started selling a little bud for him, and he did get robbed. Like his girl come home, and she went to open the door, and it hit on the couch, where they pushed the couch up against the door, and she saw him running out the back. And so he's calling me, like, what about your boy? What about this guy you brought over? And they're always trying to figure out who it is. So about a week later, I saw the girlfriend. I had to meet her to give her some money. And she's like, I just wanted you to know that me and him never once thought it was you. I'm like, oh, I really appreciate that. And she goes, yeah, we figured you were too dorky to pull it off.
Oh, thank you.
I guess, thanks. Like, yeah. Well,
No, we only robbed a drug dealer once or twice.
just a couple times.
Once or twice, and the second time, that's what we just never did it again. There was one guy, I did not believe he was a drug dealer, and people were saying he was a drug dealer, because when we were young, he was like this really like dorky football type, and he had this girlfriend that I went to church with, so she's dating him, and I was just like, yeah, me and you should get together, and she was like, oh, all right. So from that point, he didn't like me. Like, he had came over to the church a couple times, and I met him. So we didn't really like each other. He was talking shit. I mean, kind of rightfully so, but you know what I'm saying? It's not like if you meet a girl and you like her and she's got a boyfriend, I mean, you could be like, hey, you know, I think you're hot, you know, whatever. Shoot your shot. And apparently she thought I shot my shot better than he was shooting his shots. So later, it's maybe 6 years, and he does a lot of drugs. And one of my friends is just like, we're going to go to this guy's house, and then we're going to rob him. And I was like, no. No, we're not doing that. So we did it. And the ease of robbing somebody was just kind of like, this might be a thing. But then he got it in his head. He was like, now we're going to go do it at a restaurant.
What?
Yeah, I might have told and said the exact name, but I'm not going to do it now because I'm kind of worried because I don't know the statute of limitation on that. When you use the word rob, I was just there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even like a robber technically. But yeah, he's going to do it because there's this drug dealing. He's like, he's in my territory and shit like that. And I was like, at this point, you're being something you're not. Like, you're not. You're going above and beyond too
You
much.
don't have a territory. You just have your friend group.
So we're at East Coast Wings, and he's like, I just named the place. So we're at East Coast Wings, and we're behind it, and he comes out, and he's like, all right, so when I just, unbeknownst to him, there are two girls. We're looking at the back door. There's two girls right there going, there are people in the woods. So then everybody just like fucking takes off, and I got into a car with two different people than I had came with. At this point, I didn't know these guys that well. and we're driving off, and I hear a gunshot, and I'm like, that's ball game. So we get to the house, and everybody's like super normal, and I'm just kind of like sitting there, like my heart's racing and shit like that. And I'm like, so why'd you fire a shot, dude? And one of our other friends, Nathan, was like, that wasn't a shot, it was my car. Like his car backfired, and that my whole heart sank. And everybody was like, oh, this is night at this point and shit like that. So I'm supposed to have like this tough persona, but I'm sitting there just like.
Did nobody else hear the gunshot?
Like, not that everybody else was just driving and having a merry old time, and that's when I was like, I'm gonna give this life up.
The only drug stealing that I did was with my friends' parents. Like, so we would take the parents' drugs. The parents had drugs, and so that was because like our drug dealers were our friends. So I grew up in such a small area that if you fuck up the guy's supply, nobody has drugs anymore. So like you don't fuck up the system, because that's how you get your drugs, and that's how your friend gets his drugs. You don't want to fuck up. Like, it was not like High Point or Lexington or Greensboro where you've got 10 drug dealers. There was one guy to get weed from. There was another guy to get like mushrooms from. So you don't fuck with those guys. Those guys are your friends.
Right.
But yeah, you'd steal. Like, my buddy's dad grew weed, and he would just come with like a big fat sack of weed, and I was like, where the hell did you get that much weed from? He's like, my dad.
So you just get a couple, take it on the way with it. Have you ever helped somebody search for the drugs that you took from them?
No.
I've done that, yeah.
I don't know where they could be.
I don't know where, yeah. He had just got coke too, and he was just like, let's go do it. And then he just fucking left it there. And I'm just like, well, technically, it was that dude Jonathan that we used to hang out with, but he saw it, and I was just like, well, and I'm just like, yeah, I guess, he fucking left it. Anybody could take it, so who better than us? So he just then took it, and he's like, I can't fucking find it. I was like, well, fuck, let's look for it. Let's tear this bitch apart. Everybody empty your pockets. Empty your pockets now. Like, I'm out there just telling everybody empty their pockets, fucking pat people down. I'm like, man, I think they got away. And fuck.
Hey, Mike, you didn't empty your pockets.
Nah, they didn't say that. I'm helping them look for it. Who more so, I couldn't have done it.
You're the boy.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. If I talk about things like back to back to back from my past, I'm like, fuck, I was a fuck up. Like, I was a very bad person.
I think the weird thing about down here, though, is like they actually gave out like underage drinking tickets. That was not a thing where I grew up. Like, it would be the cops would show up, and then they'd be like, dump out all your beer. All right, we're out of here. Like, nobody would, like, call your parents, get a ride home, find a way. And so they'd bust up the party, empty out all your beer, and then leave. But down here, it was like the only one party that got busted. I was luckily down here for my brother's wedding, and it was a party where they had hooked up fucking jumper cables from power to the house. It was like a friend's sister who was like 10 years older. She lived in the house, but then moved out, but they still had keys to their sister's house. Right. And so it was empty, and they would hook up power, and then they would throw like movie style house parties, like, a band Project in the X, corner, fucking beer pong going on, a pyramid of beer. Like, it was just fucking all out, just crazy. It was the time when Tipsy, like, everybody in the club getting tipsy, and when like the bass drops,
club getting tipsy.
Like, when the bass drops and everybody jumped, like the whole house fucking shook. It was like breathing, and I was like, I'm in a movie. But yeah, like, there was a time that we went down, because I grew up off of a big lake, and we were down there. We started like 3 bonfires, and we're all drinking, and I have 2 cups of alcohol in my hand, and I'm probably like 15, 16 at the time, and we're sitting there drinking, and then all of a sudden a flashlight comes on. It's a cop, and he's like, everybody go put out those fires. And so me and like 3 of my buddies were like, this is the time to exit, because he's telling us to go away and put out fires. Like, we're disappearing. And so we ended up putting out the fires as we went, and then we hid in like this ravine. And while we're hiding there, we didn't realize that the cop's car is legitimately right at the top of that ravine.
He just like walks around getting in his car, just looking at y'all the whole time.
Yeah, he could have looked down. Like, if in we had cell phones, but they weren't cell phones like we use now. So it's not like you're checking things or doing anything on it. And so we're just sitting in this ravine, just hiding, waiting. And then we had to sit there like 40 minutes because he's getting everybody out of there, making them put out the last fire, dumping out the alcohol, which that time I think he actually took the coolers and just took them with him.
Oh, he's about to have a party.
Yeah. He's like, oh, fuck, these kids had. But then my buddy, he, like an idiot, it's a sand beach. He buried his weed and his pipe. So, like, once the cop leaves, like, we're sitting there trying to look through the beach trying to find this. And I was like, we're never going to find this ever.
Right.
Like, unless you put like a marker next to it, we're never going to find this. And we spent like hours because now we don't have any alcohol. We don't have any weed or anything to like get through the night. So we spent hours just combing this beach looking for a glass pipe and weed.
Never found it.
No.
Fuck. I wonder if it's there to this day.
I imagine it probably washed back out to because like the lake has like a tide and everything on it. So it probably storms and everything probably washed it away. They'll find it in an archaeological dig after the lake dries up.
And the next civilization after this one gets ruined by whatever natural disaster. All right, y'all ready to cover Crystal's advice now?
Yeah.
Here's our advice segment. This is from Crystal with the blue hair. It says, life lessons and Jim Flirts. Hello, gents and viewers. I want to start this by saying that at one point, my oldest therapist suggested I write a book about my life because I have enough experience, healing, and growth to make a good read. LOL. In no way was she wrong. Now that we've gotten past that, let's dive into the story of me and the 41-year-old guy. The year is 2004. My hair wasn't blue. I was a freshly graduated baby from high school. Yeah, in 2004, I was about to be 12.
Me and Crystal are pretty close to the same age.
During my time there, I learned my body could get me what I wanted. Get your head out of the prostitute gutter, gents. I was good, but not that level of good. I was good at showing off my body without showing any skin. Maybe it was my shiny personality, or maybe it was because the church taught me women were meant to stay pure, and I said, bet. I can't tell you how many guys would come to church because I asked them to with a cute smile and a nice outfit on, just out there spreading the word of Jesus with my purity. So she's not using boobs or nothing. She's using the word of God. God's just like, fucking great soldier right there.
She's probably using curves. I mean, she's not showing them off, but she said the way she dressed.
Right.
So, I mean, it's probably form-fitting on her.
It helped that I was working out. I had a membership at the good old YMCA. I did all the gym shit and even got a month free personal training. That's when the 40-year-old enters the scene. Let's call him Alex because that's his name. That's a
fuck you,
line.
Alex.
That's a mic line right there. During my free month of personal training, Alex built workout schedules for me, modified exercises, and made sure I wasn't going to hurt myself on the machines. When I first met Alex, I thought he was 23 or 24 years old and that he wasn't too old for my 18-year-old self. I flirted, wore cute gym clothes, and made sure to slap the prettiest smile on my naturally resting bitch face. He took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, I was the badass who snatched herself an older man because, you know, at 18, we all think we're older and wiser than we actually are. Lies. If I only had known how old Alex actually was. First lesson, viewers, just because they look young does not, in fact, make them young. Correct, just like I look like a 50-year-old dude. I'm not, okay?
Yeah.
I'm 33. So, I'm not older than Dylan, even though I look it. I've had a rough life.
I'm a baby.
He asked me out, and I was so excited. We met at our local dollar theater for a movie, snacks, and making out. Red flag warning. Who is 41 years old, takes a woman on a date, and splurges on the dollar theater? Snakes. That's who.
Damn, guy can't save a buck.
Right. I took Amy there. Like, yeah, like 2 weeks after. $2 theater at Off Point.
Do I look like I'm made of money?
Yeah, I'm not made of money. I was working at Hardee's.
We don't need reclining seats.
After the movie, the making out led me to learning about voyeurism, which allegedly occurred on the bleachers of a sports field. I thought the night went amazingly well, being the... Why?
Duplicitous.
Why?
Duplicitous
Why,
whore.
Crystal? Duplicitous whore that I was. Like, just don't give me hard words. We planned another date, this one involving a walk through a small nature park that somehow led to more voyeurism in his SUV. What is voyeurism?
Who's watching other people like have sex or watching them do anything sexual.
Yeah, it's basically spying on people, and you get
How
off
are they
on that.
finding so many people to have sex?
Well, I don't know that it's necessarily them I think
Oh, it's them having sex.
I think it's them possibly being able to be seen. So like that's the
So yeah,
that's
it's
the
either
style
side of it.
he's.
Either you like to be watched or you like to watch other people.
Yeah, I think you like to watch other people. I think that's like stalking, peeping Tom stuff.
Well, voyeurism is like consensual watching.
Oh, yeah, because I was about to say it's not like if you just
It's
out
like
there.
think of cuck. That's a cuck would be considered a voyeur because he's sitting here in the chair watching his wife with another man.
Okay. At some point, I informed him that if he got my dumbass pregnant, he would never find out. He responded by telling me he was infertile. Second lesson, viewers, never trust someone who says they're infertile unless they back it up with medical records. After some anticlimactic sex, for me, not him, he finally told me his actual age, 41. Not the 23 or 24-year-old he looked like, and happily let me continue believing. To be very clear, I asked Alex how old he was. He deflected with, "How old do you think I am?" I replied, 23, 24. He never corrected me. Third lesson, viewers, never let them deflect. The moment that number tumbled out of his mouth, I felt the bile start its journey upward. I made sure not to spew it out all over a man who could have been my father. I hurried into my car, said a fake rosary, asked God to wash the sin away, and promised I would become the best little Christian I could be. Plot twist, I did not, in fact, become the best little Christian. I cried, panicked, and somehow made it home with little to no self-respect and enough shame to fast-track my ass straight to hell. There wasn't enough soap, hot water, or disinfectant in the world to wash away how absolutely disgusting I felt. Fourth lesson, viewers, if you consent to doing something with someone under false pretense about their age, that's abuse. I quit the gym that night, packed up my stuff, and never looked back. Back then, there wasn't an easy way to ghost people. Had to be easier, right? Back then to ghost people.
Yeah, you could move a town over and people could never find you.
But there wasn't like block on social media, block their
okay.
number, block like now you can technically block people, but back then if they had your number, they could call you.
So I changed my phone number. It was easier. It's way easier now. I pretended Alex never existed. On the rare occasion I went back to the gym, it was only to watch my sister's swim lessons. It's been years since I've seen him. He did pop up in my Facebook suggested friends, though, and surprise, surprise, he wasn't infertile. He had a daughter who looked to be in her teens. If a fly could be on the wall the day he found out she dated a 41-year-old, or if I could be a fly on the wall the day he finds out that she dated a 41-year-old man at the ripe age of 18, sucks to suck, Alex. I could tell you I stopped using my body to get attention. I could tell you I became celibate. I could tell you the next guy I dated became my husband. That would be a lie. What I actually did was become more observant about men I was attracted to. I stayed within my age group, and I used this experience to tell insecure men with small dicks that I had allegedly gotten laid on bleachers. Watching their faces fall because they thought they were hot shit was deeply entertaining. What Alex did was manipulative, degrading, abusive, and deplorable. He knew my age. He knew he was attractive. He knew he could use those things to get what he wanted. Just as I knew I was attractive and flirted to get attention, the difference was that I was pursuing what I thought could be a relationship and wanted to get to know him as a person. After Alex, I still enjoyed being young, wild, and searching for the foot-popping kiss that could change my life. As I've gotten older and done more healing, I realized that while I was absolutely a victim of Alex's manipulation and lies, I also played my role by flirting, wearing cute gym clothes, and believing I was older and wiser than I actually was. I was also way less creepy and predatory than Alex ever was. Every young adult deserves the chance to go out, let loose, and figure out who they are. They deserve the opportunity to make mistakes and learn from them. Every girl deserves to flirt, feel confident in how she looks, and enjoy the occasional good hair day. They deserve to fall in love. They deserve heartbreak. They do not deserve to be lied to and manipulated because an older man thinks he could take advantage of them and get what he wants. I got lucky with the Alex situation. I got out mostly unscathed and walk away with a couple good stories about my alleged debauchery. After writing this, I realized that even back then, I was apparently a fan of dark romance. I'll trade the foot-popping kiss for Predicament Bondage. Predicament Bondage.
Is that like getting stuck under a coffee table? Or
Is that?
I don't
How
know.
do y'all know all this? Like, God damn.
I'm guessing, but
You boys are well-versed. Like, oh, no, that's what oh, no, bro, I'm stuck in the wash machine.
well, that's
Yeah.
a predicament. Like you're in a predicament. I'm guessing. I don't know. She says look it up if you want. Just know once you see it, you can't unsee it. Should we look it up?
For science,
For science.
Yeah, because
What is it
if
called?
it catches my camera.
Well, and you're single.
predicament bonding.
Yeah, bondage.
What does, well, that does it for this chapter of how the hell I am still alive. Until next time, guys, hasta lasagna. Don't get any on ya. The one and only Crystal with the blue hair.
There was an asterisk when she said that she, so the line above was, it was way up here.
Yeah, she did not. So you're probably thinking, Crystal, why didn't you just throw up on that man? To answer that, I have an immense fear of vomiting to the point that I once panicked so badly I had to be taken off a school bus through the emergency exit. That's a story for another time. I also do not like vomiting.
Yeah, so the line was, the moment that number tumbled out of his mouth, I felt the bile start its journey upwards. I made sure not to spew it all over a man who could have been my father.
Dude, Predicament Bondage is crazy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not
It's
getting
not
stuck
the
under.
stepbrother I'm stuck.
Okay.
It is. Let me just read. God damn.
I'm gonna read
Predicament
one
bondage is a form of bondage in which a person is restrained and forced to experience opposing sensory forces. So essentially, like if you're tied up, but you're like standing on your tiptoes, but if you let go of your tiptoes, you're gonna be pulled up.
Oh
by
my
the bondage,
God, yeah.
or anything like that, where you're completely tied up, and any movement is gonna cause pain to other parts of your body that are tied.
That is crazy.
So for her to go from I was just a church girl experimenting to now it's like, oh, I do some like
Freaky shit.
I do some like me personally, I do some weird shit. I've never heard of predicament bondage before.
I was thinking that it had to be,
Indoctrination just fucks people up, man.
I thought
dude,
it
I
had to
went to
be
Christian
the
school.
like getting stuck
Yeah,
in a
religious abuse is fucking crazy.
like some of the craziest girls I've been with have been like girls I knew who graduated from that Christian school.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because they're so sheltered that once they start finding out that things that were told to them were lies, then they start experimenting further and further to see how far.
I don't know if you've actually lived a life unless it's just like
Unless you've done predicament
in school
bondage.
fingering a girl at the theaters. Like when they did you took the big field trip to the fucking theater and watched plays and stuff. If you didn't finger, that's the same church van, church bus. If you didn't do it there, I don't even know if you lived a life.
I did it one time in biology or science class at the lab tables. So I wanted to read one that is, I think it's like right under when we allowed somebody to get an orgasm through cunnilingus.
Oh, really?
This one it's powerful. It's from Bryce. Title is Cookout. I've sat here and listened to both of you, mainly Mike's fat ass, talk about Cookout. I'm from Kansas, so we do not have Cookout. I recently traveled to Tennessee for work. They had a Cookout in the town I was staying in. I'm obsessed now. I was wondering, though, is it a requirement for there to be a larger black lady working the counter / drive-through that calls you baby a bare minimum of 7 to 8 times throughout your order? Thank you for putting me on to Cookout. My fat ass definitely appreciated it, as Ricky would say. Okay, love you. Bye.
It is definitely a requirement that anywhere you go, you're going to get the hun, sugar, all that shit, or you're just going to get what you want.
Mostly the teenagers are the ones that are just like straight laced. But yeah, if you get an older person that's working at one of these restaurants, you're going to get honey, baby.
But I like that though.
Yeah.
And it's not even like it's not a fucking weird thing. I hate it infinitely more when, would that be all? Would that be all? Would that be all? Would that be all?
I hate that Chick-fil-A did the my pleasure thing, because if it's not genuine, I don't want to fucking hear it. Like if you're forcing every single employee to be like, my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure. No, shut the fuck up. Like, can't you say anything else?
Now
Like,
you don't know who's genuinely a good person.
yes. Because like you could say thank you, you're welcome, all those things. But when it's a dictated line that after anybody says anything, you have to say, my pleasure. It's not real anymore.
Yeah,
I don't care how nice it is.
I'd fuck that job up in a heartbeat. Just whatever. Yeah.
I don't like Chick-fil-A, but my wife and daughters are fanatics.
I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get the hype behind it.
I feel like everyone that works there was their second choice gig after being on the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Just a lot of
Chick-fil-A, and then they fucking
yes.
doing the fucking
The Mickey Mouse.
yeah, the Mickey Mouse head. God, yeah, Chick-fil-A is it's you can get Bojangles is infinitely better.
I think it tastes all right. Like I'm never talking about like the quality of it. It's good. Everything's fine. But the cost of it and then that fake persona, like there's really genuinely, like there's a really sweet older lady that was at the one in Winston off of Stratford Road. And we went there, and one of the kids had left their toy or whatever. And so while she's cleaning off all the tables, she brings it over and she gives it to me. She's like, "Is it okay if your daughter has an ice cream?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And she's like, "She can trade this toy for an ice cream." And so I gave it to my daughter, and I was like, "Do you want the toy or do you want the ice cream?" She's like, "Ice cream." So then the lady came back by and like, "Do you want your ice cream yet?" Went and got the ice cream for her, brought it, like, and that's genuine. All of that is genuine. Like, but then when it's just literally every person in the line, like when you're going through the drive-through or anything like that, it's my pleasure.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
My pleasure. And then it's like the news where they're all saying the same thing. My pleasure. My.
Did you see the social media one where a guy forgets to say my pleasure? Like it's a spoof on it. He's like, "No, I said it. I said it."
Yeah, they're hunting them down or something like that. Yeah. Fucking love that shit. Internet stays undefeated. All right, guys. Well, look, this has been our fucking. I guess Russell's on board now.
Yeah, I think with this one it makes sense to just
Fuck yeah, because time flies too. Having
three
another
dudes
person.
shoot the shit.
Fuck yeah.
Damn, it's already been over an hour.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I told you, time flies when you got to wrestle. Guys, remember the whole Labor Llama
giveaway.
At the end of at the beginning of July, we will announce the winner for that. To enter, you got to follow the podcast.
So people have been struggling to find how to rate the podcast. You have to go to the actual podcast page on Spotify and then click the 3 dots if you're on mobile, and it will have rate the show there. So that's how you can rate it. And then I think on the if you're a web browser person, I think you just click the stars there.
Right.
But
yeah, and just comment down the secret code Mike's Love Handles. You can use it in a creative way. It doesn't matter. Still net you the same place in the drawing. And
we should have done a new saying for each episode so that we could then go back and find like just the hilarity of, because like now we're a month and a half into.
So this was the N-word. I'm just kidding.
If you don't say it, you can't win.
Yeah, we got to make sure you really want it. Also, guys, if you want more episodes of this, if you want bonus episodes, you can go to patreon.com/Mike and Dylan and get bonus episodes. And it also helps us make the content that you love so much.
And it's ad free.
I forget to throw that in there. But guys, thanks so much. Thank you for listening to us. I have no clue how this sound off is going to go, but I'm going to do we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Later.